A hiring manager only wants the answers to 3 questions and 3 questions only. The first one is, "Can you do the job?" And that's what most of the questions they ask about, right? "Have you done this? Tell me about something when you did that." The second one is, "Will they love the job?" I want someone who's gonna stay. I don't want someone who's just using this as a starting point to go someplace else or a stepping stone. So, will they love the job? And the third one is, can I stand working with you? Right? If we have a great team, it's working well, I need to put somebody on there, the last thing I wanna do is disrupt that team. We want somebody who's gonna come in. So, I look at it as strengths, the motivations for the job, and do they fit?
Yeah. And that structure is not dissimilar from how I think about it. I think more from the perspective of competencies and values. So the competencies are akin to can they do the job? The values are akin to will I be able to stand working with them? And the intersection of those two is will they enjoy the job? Because if they're doing something that's aligned with their competencies and they're doing it in a value structure that is aligned with their own values, then it stands to reason that they will enjoy the job. So that's kind of my take on your three. But it's definitely very similar.
I like how you brought the word values in here. I think many times when I talk to leaders and I start bringing up that word, they feel it's very, "Oh, it's too fluffy." But the thing is this, you have your personal values. When you are doing something, you are either doing something that shows your values, or you may be having a hard time because it's actually going against some of your values. Now, your values may be different than the company's values and may even be different than your manager's values. It'll never be a 100% match, but when they overlap decently, people work well. When there is that total mismatch is a lot of problems.
Yeah, that's true. So one of the things that I've been doing with my hiring structure is in terms of values, I've asked each of our panel members to drill into one of our four company values. And so we have four people on the panel. Each person does one of the values because I don't want them duplicating effort. And so we ask questions that tease out whether they are aligned with that particular value. The other thing I'll say here that this is a new journey that I'm going on right now. Iterable was lucky enough to bring in a new CEO last August, Sam Allen, who's coming to us from Salesforce. And one of the first things he did is he said, "Hey, for company planning, we're going to move to Salesforce's V2MOM model. So vision, values, methods, obstacles, and measures." And so right now we are in the process of building out our V2 moms. What I didn't realize when this was first brought up is that every single person at the company has a V2 mom. And the values section of that, everybody's value section is potentially going to be different. Now, ideally, your values will somewhat reflect the values all the way up the chain above you and kind of feed into each other, but they don't have to. And in fact, if they are a little bit different, then that's probably okay because it means you've got this heterogeneity across the business. And as we have learned, diversity of all forms, diversity of experience, diversity of background, in this case, diversity of values, adds to the overall tapestry of the organization and makes it stronger.